Jim Militello along with AP Golf Writer Doug Ferguson after 3 rounds of the Masters. Angel Cabrera shoots his 3rd round in the 60s. Kenny Perry right there tied with him at 11 under. Doug, a pretty good matchup for that final round Sunday.
It's good. What's interesting about both of them is they've been tested before in these kind of conditions. Perry put all the pressure on himself at the Ryder Cup in Kentucky and delivered. Angel Cabrera wins at the toughest course in America, Oakmont, for a U.S. Open. But neither of them has ever played in the final group at a major, so they're kind of the hunted in this case, and they're going to be hunted on an Augusta National course that we hope will be just explosive as all get out tomorrow. We haven't had that in a lot of years. You
talked about the Open that Cabrera won, and some of us were surprised by it, but you weren't. This guy's a steady player.
He's played well here before, and what makes him so good is he's strong as an ox. He hits it a long way. Putting comes and goes, but that's true with everybody. But he's had some good starts here, 18-hole, 36-hole starts. Now he's got a U.S. Open behind him. He is very capable, and he's been working his tail off, putting, chipping, hitting balls, everything. I expect him to stick around for as long as possible.
You almost get the sensation that this is kind of destined for Kenny Perry. He's put on a great show the last 6 years. He's won 10 of his 14 tournaments. He's played steady. He's on a roll. He's never won a major. It would be a great achievement for him.
It would, and this will be the most pressure he's ever faced. He's got a couple things kind of in his corner. One, he thought his crowning achievement in golf came last September. I mean, he put everything onto making that Ryder Cup team. And if you think about it, when he finished his round Friday, he doubled the number of rounds he played in the majors compared to last year because he only played the 1 round. Skipped 2 majors, took a lot of heat for it because he wanted to be on that Ryder Cup team. And then he went out a winner. He's riding into the sunset, and all of a sudden here he is with a chance to become the oldest major champion in history. And, the one thing he doesn't have is a major. And Kenny's the kind of guy with 13 wins, very solid career. You think he's a good, solid player. This takes him into the next category. It would really be an amazing feat. Secondly, you go back to 1996 at the PGA Championship, and amazingly enough, that still haunts Kenny to this day. Again, he was at Valhalla, his home state. He's in the lead, kind of butchers the 18th hole in regulation, and then he goes up to the tower, which he took a lot of criticism for later for not being on the range and staying loose in case there was a playoff, and there was, and he ends up losing in a playoff. And to this day, he wishes he could have it back, a little do-over. Who would have thought at age 48 that he would get that chance for a do-over?
Chad Campbell just 2 shots back, Jim Furyk 3 back. Still some folks in the hunt. Anybody that we should keep an eye on tomorrow?
Can we end this thing without mentioning Tiger?
No.
I wouldn't
back.
worry about Tiger. There's 2 ways to look at that, and let's mention Phil too. They're playing together. That's what we were all hoping for, a Tiger-Phil pairing in the last group. We just didn't know what would happen around breakfast time. It's not that bad. Tied for 10th. That means they've got 7 players in front of them, which is not a lot, but that's 7 shots, and that's a lot. The largest comeback ever in the Masters is 8 shots. Tiger's never come behind in any major, whether it's 1 or what have you. Only once in his career has he come back for more, and that was 8 shots in Thailand years and years and years ago. But 2 things have to happen here. I think what we're going to see with Augusta tomorrow, or everybody is expecting, is lots of fireworks. A chance to make a lot of birdies, a lot of eagles. That's the good news for Tiger and for Phil and for Steve Stricker and those guys. What they need, though, is that when you set up a course like that where there is a chance for eagles and birdies, there's usually a chance for bogeys and double bogeys. That's what they need, kind of like what Seve Ballesteros did when he came back and fell back to the pack and Nicklaus won in '86, for example. That's the kind of thing you need, and I think that, more than anything, is what people are hoping for.
That's it. 3 rounds in the books here at Augusta National. For AP Golf Writer Doug Ferguson, I'm Jim Militello, the Associated Press, Augusta.